Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Juju's Journey. Today is December 22nd, 2025, and I'm so excited. Today was one of the best days I've had in a very, very long time. Yesterday I woke up kind of down in the dumps, but I went and spent the day with my aunt, and we had the best time. We laughed and just had a good time. And we planned our excursion that we're going to have in January, which that's exciting. I can't wait. And today was my daughter's 26th birthday. She had her wisdom teeth removed on Friday, so she felt good today. And she was hungry and she felt like she could actually eat. So I was going to babysit my 6-year-old granddaughter so mom and dad could go finish up last minute, Christmas activities. You know what I'm talking about. And we decided to go to a neighboring town and eat lunch. We did some shopping and we just had the best time. Then we, instead of a birthday cake, she was craving a lava cake is what she wanted, but the place that we would normally get it, they were closed. And so we went to the Pizza Hut. We didn't realize, but they sell flat, like you can get brownies that are hot. And I ran into the grocery store and grabbed some vanilla ice cream and some Hershey's chocolate. And then we went home and put some candles in her serving and sang happy birthday and ate that. And then my granddaughter and I just hung out. And then my son-in-law, he's going to cook my favorite meal, which he does this for me once a week anyway, steaks. I'm just waiting on them to call me over to eat dinner. I say that's a great day, a great day. And I woke up this morning. I felt good. I didn't have any negative thoughts. Of course, I called my daughter first thing and sang her happy birthday. And then did my devotion and then got ready and headed out. We were on the road at 10 o'clock. We hit Starbucks on the way out. We decided to eat at the Olive Garden. Haven't eaten there probably, it's been a long time, like maybe 10 years. But my granddaughter loves spaghetti and she loves anything pasta. And so that's where we went, and it was actually good. And then we went to Kohl's because it was in the parking lot. And my granddaughter and I snuck off to let her pick out something for her aunt. And my granddaughter's 6. And her aunt is her best friend. So, those cute little necklaces that each person gets one and you put it back together and it's like best friends forever. So she got her best friend, her aunt, a little necklace that they were so excited about. And of course her aunt played it off like it was the best thing that she's ever received in her whole entire life. And it was just a good day. And I'm so excited. If the 22nd, Christmas is almost here. I didn't buy not one single Christmas gift. I know that sounds horrible. I stuffed my envelopes all year. I can't wait to get back into envelope stuffing because I need to get back on track. I don't know why I decided to take November and December off. That was probably not the best decision I've made. But it was a fun day. And then I forgot, last year, have y'all ever ordered anything from Temu? I have ordered lots of things from Temu and I absolutely love it. But I had ordered this sweater last year and it's long. I don't know if you can see, but it covers I had leggings and a pair of boots on with it, but I thought it was really cute. These trees are kind of fluffy with yarn. I mean, I guess it would, it could be a, possibly an ugly Christmas sweater, but I thought it was kind of cute. So that's what I wore today. I tried to be festive, but I didn't wear it last year because, you know, it came in before all the bad started happening. But this year I'm excited. I don't know what y'all were doing for Christmas, but of course for Thanksgiving, we have probably 15 dishes that we make. Turkey, ham, the whole 9 yards. And so for Christmas, whenever I had to become an adult and start cooking, we decided to switch it up and not do the same traditional Christmas that we had always had. We usually do a prime rib roast and with anjou and twice baked potatoes and like a layered salad, just something a little bit more, I guess, fancy but good. So we're gonna kind of go a little bit with that this year. We're not gonna we're gonna let the guys decide what kind of meat they want to cook. And instead of doing the twice baked potatoes, I think we're just gonna do mashed potatoes. And then have all the toppings, and people can make that kind of like a twice baked potato if they'd like. And then we just have to decide on the bread and a good veggie. And we're going to keep it simple, and we're just going to be lazy. We're going to let the kids play. We're going to let all the siblings and the spouses or the in-laws, son-in-laws hang out. We'll have like some little Christmas toddies, probably maybe a mimosa, and then maybe a beer. We don't really do too much with liquor, but although I wouldn't mind having a good little, I call them toddies, but if I had a toddy, like a strong toddy, if I drank that, I'd probably go straight to sleep. So I think I'm going to just start out with a mimosa and then maybe drink a few beers. And then at 12 o'clock midnight, my daughter, who's going to be 30 this year, her birthday's on the 26th. We were so busy. We got married on December 13th. And then, you know, we have 5 children, and so we had one daughter on the 26th. We had another daughter 4 years later on the 22nd, and she was the baby. I don't know why we didn't. We certainly didn't plan. Well, we didn't plan any of the pregnancies actually, but one. And but Christmas was always busy. But I decided whenever I started doing, well, last year I didn't buy gifts, but whenever I started doing the envelope stuffing, I gave my daughters, both of them, their Christmas money and their birthday money, and told them, you know, if you see something out and about, get it. I gave it to them today. And then my grandchildren, 2 of them are so young. And then one is in another state, so I shipped him his, but I got that cute little box that explodes, and I taped all the money. And he's old enough, he's 7. He'll think that's cool because I did a lot of low denominations, and he'll think he's got lots and lots of money. And my 2 little ones, I mean, they're a year and a couple of months, so they don't know. I'll just let them parents decide what they want to do with the money, whether they want to put it in their bank or apply it towards, you know, clothes that they need. And as far as my children, I'm just going to give them money, but the main gift is us spending time together. And I'm grateful that that's how we've started, we're all grown-ups. We've all come to the conclusion that we're all grown-ups, and that's the most fun for us. So we don't go crazy with gifts. And so that's a good thing. So at midnight, I have to stay awake on Christmas to make sure my 30-year-old, that she'll be 30, actually gets her happy birthday. But then the next night, on the 26th, we probably will have a little get-together. I think we're going to have supposedly a girls' night and kind of celebrate. And I think we'll have a lot of good fun because my granddaughter, who's 6, is getting a real fancy karaoke machine. Like a real fancy one. And so we'll have a good time with that. And I think we're planning on just wearing comfy pajamas and hanging out. And we will probably get a little bit tipsy that night, I would think. Because we'll be trying, I mean, it'll be fun. We'll be coming off of the Christmas exhaustion, and it'll be time to relax and just let loose and have a little bit of fun. But I'm excited. I feel good. I hope you guys feel great. I've been writing down things that bring me joy, because that's what I'm going for. And today would be just that I think the thing that brought me the most joy is that my daughter wanted to spend the day with me. I didn't have to, I mean, she didn't feel obligated. Like, she wanted me. And she wanted to spend the whole day with me. And I'm excited that my granddaughter was excited about spending the whole day with me. And that makes me happy. And, you know, I'm just so blessed. And I do not have anything to complain about. You know, when I wake up in the morning, and I'm trying not to even get on my phone until I come upstairs and do devotion, because I'm trying not to get a distraction until after. But I can sit there and scroll through TikTok and stroll through Facebook and do all those things, maybe play a game that can really keep my focus on things that it shouldn't be on. But there was one of the little TikToks was this guy he was singing. I wish I'd written down the little lyrics to his little song, because it was something like, I woke up this morning and I have enough food to fill my belly, and I have shoes. I don't know what he said. I mean, shoes in case I decide to go somewhere, that this is a good day. And he was like, I'm thankful, this is a good day, because he had a place to sleep, and he had, you know, food, and he had shoes. And I think that's all that we need is, you know, those type things. Facebook does make me sad when I see that people don't have things that they need. Christmas for children, and I was so guilty. And my grandchildren, I mean, it's the same for them too. They get way too much. And I just feel bad for the children that don't. I hope I'm grateful that they stay out of school long enough so people lose the excitement from what they have gotten. So the ones that don't quite get as much don't have to feel like they're second best to Santa, you know. And I feel bad for the little children that do celebrate Christmas and their parents can't give them anything. That breaks my heart. And it breaks my heart to know that some children don't have a good warm place to sleep. But all I can do right now is just pray. Pray that somebody knows about these situations and they'll let the right people know, and we can somehow take care of these children. It's not quite fair for the kids. Sometimes the grown-ups make bad decisions and cause it. And then sometimes the grown-ups are doing everything they can do, and that's all they can do. But that's my prayer tonight, is to focus on being grateful. I can't wait until I eat some delicious steak. I think actually this will be the second time I've had it. Well, actually, it will be, because we had it Saturday night, Friday or Saturday night, and then we're having it, what is today? Is today Monday? Yeah, today's Monday. And then we're probably going to eat something similar again on Christmas. So, I don't know if you're supposed to eat red meat that many days in a row, but it's Christmas. When I go to my aunt's house, she has every type of sweets, all the sweets and all the candy. She knows that my favorite candy are hot, what are they called? Is it called hot tamales? They're the long red candy, so she had me a thing of those. And then she had that, and she knows my favorite chocolate are turtles, so she had me a little sleeve of turtles. I brought those home, and I ate those last night. I didn't eat dinner last night because I was full. We ate lunch and then snacked on some candy, and I was like, I'm done. I'm trying not to do all that. And I still haven't exercised, but it's still on my to-do list. And so, but I'll get there. I did mop yesterday. That's a good thing. But I need to mop again. I need to mop probably every day for about a week, because I need to play catch up from all of those weeks I did not mop. I did splurge. I've done a few things that I shouldn't do. I mean, I can. But I did have a little extra. I'm trying to do things that bring me joy to set myself up to, you know, give myself joy. And so they had, at Sam's on their website, they had 12, I think they were 1,200 thread count sheets for $75. They were very, don't quote me on the 1,200, but they were extremely up there in the thread count. And so they came in, I washed them, and I put those on my bed yesterday. So that was a blessing to get in that bed with those sheets. They feel like butter. They feel so good. And I was excited because my underwear came in yesterday. I haven't worn them yet, by the way. But they're in the wash. I mean, I've got them in the dryer. I washed them. And so that's exciting. And what else? Oh, I've got a floor lamp that's coming, because I told you I have one of those the beds that the headboard goes up and you can raise your feet. And so whenever I raise the head, that puts me too far away to manipulate my lamp. So I bought a floor lamp that has kind of scoops over, and it's going to be my reading lamp, and I'm going to get a good book and start reading. And so I think I have like 3 books that I've purchased that I haven't read yet, so I'm going to look and double check. But if not, I may just go to the bookstore and ask for their bestseller for the year. I may just order one from Amazon. But I did do that. I did order new little, I don't even know what they're called. Let me see. These little ledger, the little budget sheets that go into your cash envelopes. Because I'm going to start back over with zero. I can't wait to get focused on that because I've got to add a few more categories. Part of me wants to buy fancy little stuff for my cash envelopes, but I'm not going to do that. I did not list on eBay for 2 days, and I probably won't until after Christmas, usually about around this time of the year. Like this week, you will not get many eBay sales, only because they know they're not going to be able to get it before Christmas or the holidays. But I will start back, like the day after Christmas. I'm going to get back in gear. I'm trying to set myself up for success for 2026 because I've got to go with it. I've got to do good things. Got to live my life, live the best life I can live, and be extremely happy in what I'm doing. Let's see what happened today as far as... There was one thing that I did notice in my morning devotion that was kind of interesting that I thought. And this one. It was something. Should be known to us in the country. Okay. This was a quote. It's not from the Bible. It's from A.W. Tozer. Life in the presence of God should be known to us in conscious experience. It is a life to be enjoyed every moment of every day. So it should be known to us in a conscious experience. Life in the presence of God. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I wrote it down because I thought, yeah, you're exactly right. I need to remind myself of that. And I'm going to continue to stay focused. And I still have not studied. I can't wait until 2026. I thought about buying paint and getting started. Who knows? That may come next week. I don't know. I'm not there yet. I still have not even gone. I haven't taken down Christmas from last year. And that was a goal. So maybe I ought to do that. It looks like it's not going to happen before Christmas. You know, I was going to give my children a lot of Christmas before they start putting their stuff away. So I might have to go and focus on that and let them come over, and then they can pack up what they want and put it away with their Christmas. And then I don't have to put what I'm not going to use anymore back up in the attic. I'm just not going to decorate my house in my neighborhood. I don't have any lights. I don't have a Christmas tree shining through the window. And that's okay. I mean, I have 2 Christmas trees that are still up for almost, well, they've been up for over a year because I put them up at the beginning of last December. It's okay. My stockings are still hanging on the mantle from last year. Been up for 1 year. I'll take them down. But it's going to be just fun. And I'm excited. And I've got to study on how to make videos because I think it's going to be a lot of fun trying to do the things that I have in my head. They've been in my head for, I think, going on well, it's been a whole year, so yes, 2 years. My husband did pull the carpet upstairs, and he took all of the nail holes out of the wall, and he put the little scalpel stuff and sanded those down. What else did he do? He did a good amount. I mean, I even have paint, but we bought it from Sam's because I wanted my walls white because it was going to be my studio. And so we bought like 5 gallons of white paint from Sam's, but then I'll have to get the drill out and try to lug that upstairs. I think that's going to be too much for me. So, and I don't know if it's even good. So I think I'm just going to go have some more mixed. And, you know, I wanted it, upstairs is supposed to be my little art studio. And I can't wait. Rome wasn't built in a day. That's my motto. I don't know where that came from. I've always heard it, I guess. And I always, whenever I think about when I'm talking on these videos, I'm like, girl, you sound so old. So let me ask y'all a question. My Aunt Debbie and I, we had to call several people, because the 3rd day we were told would be my daughter's worst day, right? And yesterday she was having a bad day. And so whenever I was talking to her on the telephone in my aunt's presence, I said, this is your 3rd day, so you'll start feeling better tomorrow. And my Aunt Debbie said, no, tomorrow is her 3rd day. And I said, well, it's according to when you have your surgery. I said, she was done at 8:30 a.m. on Friday. I mean, she was in recovery. And I said, so she had, you know, one day from 8:30 a.m. on Friday until 8:30 a.m. on Saturday. That's one day. And then I said, and then starting over, day 2, Saturday, 8:30 a.m. until 8:30 a.m. on Sunday is 2 days. So she's completed 2 full days. And so at 8:30 this morning, which was Sunday, she's starting her 3rd day. So at 8:30 tomorrow morning, she should really start feeling better. And she said, that's not the way it works. Tomorrow is going to be her worst day. And I said, I could understand that if her surgery happened, like if she was put under for like an hour or 2 in surgery. I said, but they pulled 4 wisdom teeth. She was only put under for 30 minutes. She was in recovery, and we were out at like 10 after 9. She had to be there at 8. We're on our way home at 10 after 9. And I said, so I feel like that's when her recovery started, that day. But she had the whole day. We laughed. We called everybody we know. We called a friend of mine that's a doctor. We called her daughter who's a nurse. We called other people. It was funny. And it was tallied. She's beating me, by the way. I think only 3 people agreed with me. And the other people, including my daughter, agreed with her that the 3rd day was today. So if my daughter had surgery on a Friday, she was completely done with her surgery, released in the car driving at 9:10 a.m. on Friday, when would her third day be? Right? Because you go 24 hours, 24-hour cycles, right? So I wasn't doing Saturday is when, I don't know. And then when she would explain it to me, I'm like, I think we're saying the same thing, but you keep forgetting about Sunday. Because she's like, Saturday's day 2. And I'm like, exactly. So Sunday's day 3. And she would like, no, it doesn't work like that. Monday's day 3. And I'm like, well, then what happened to Sunday? It was the funniest thing ever. I got paper. We wrote it down. We did everything we could do to make each other try to agree with each other. And we did not agree with each other. The doctor agreed with me, but then she asked her husband, and he agreed with my aunt. She had to call back and say, no, well, I just want to let you know that you're not tied anymore. My husband agrees with your aunt. And so, y'all let me know what y'all think. What would day 3 be? But she was doing better today, so I think I was right. She went and ate lunch. She even ate a slice of pizza. You know she's doing better. Yesterday she couldn't eat. I mean, not because of her mouth hurting. Her stomach, I think it was all of the medicine, because let me tell you, I didn't realize they had this. So they have Tylenol 500 milligrams you can buy over the counter. I didn't know they had it that high of milligrams. So she, of course, the first day she was supposed to take 2 500 milligrams of the Tylenol, and then wait 1.5 hours to 2 hours later and take 1 prescription, 800 milligrams of, I think it's Motrin. I think that's what it was. And then 6 hours after she took the first Tylenol, she would start with the Tylenol again and keep rotating. And so she doesn't take a lot of medicine. He did write her a prescription of a narcotic, but said try not to take it unless it's necessary. Well, but she had stayed on that cycle. And yesterday morning, her stomach was really hurting. And I said, no, now you just need to take probably the Tylenol. I think he said that would be better for your stomach, only as needed. You only take medicine for pain as needed. And so she only took medicine yesterday morning, and she said she woke up at 3 a.m. in pain, so she took the Tylenol. And then she didn't take anything today, so she's doing good. I think her setback yesterday was everything in her system. I mean, she can open her mouth, but just a little bit. And I said, she said she felt like she was getting lockjaw. And I said, no, I just think it's those muscles. I think you're going to be fine. But she's my little hypochondriac anyway, so. But I think she's doing good if she ate a big bowl of soup, and then she ate anyway, she ate a big bowl of soup, and she ate some Alfredo, and then she also got a cheese pizza whenever we went and picked up the brownie, and she ate a slice of it, and she ate the brownie. So she's doing good, and she's a little tiny thing. But anyway, y'all have a good night. This is my trying to be accountable for my joy. Anyway, may the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile down on you and be gracious to you. And may the Lord show you his favor and give you his peace. And that's from Numbers 6:24 through 26. Night.